Let me tell y'all what is so funny about how times just change, or maybe I entered a different timeline or something, like a different dimension or whatever. I don't know, right? But the last day or two, I posted 2 throwback photos of me, right? One was from when I was 17, and one was from when I was like 4 or 5, right? And I got so many comments under these pictures like, oh my God, Flower Tower, you've always been so pretty, so and so and so, right? And it gave me a laugh. It gave me a cackle. And let me tell you exactly why. Let's get into the story of colorism. When I was growing up, I was not considered pretty at all. Like, not even a little bit. Nobody was checking for me. In fact, this is the crazy thing, right? Not only was I not considered pretty, I was considered ugly as fuck. I was the person that, like, you know, if a group of boys was walking past, one of them would be like, oh, my friend want to talk to you. Another one would be like, bro, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is the thing, right? As an adult, I looked back at old pictures of myself and I was like, I was never ugly. And clearly y'all see that too. Y'all are looking at pictures of me and saying, you were always pretty, right? And it's funny because whenever I talk about colorism on here, you all were hooting, hollering, what Black American, that color, you must be a tether, so and so and so. I was born and raised in the city of Detroit, Bookie, but it's not even no immigrants up in there for real. Like, at least if I lived in New York or something where it's like actually an immigrant hub, y'all could use that cop out, right? But no, that's actually not going to work here, right? But I want to point this out. And it's crazy because now everybody is like, wow, Flower Tower, you're like model level pretty, right? So y'all are probably not even going to believe. Y'all are probably not even, well, no, y'all going to believe because y'all know how colorism was. Nah, y'all might play dumb, but y'all know exactly what was happening. At one point, I remember thinking to myself, it's okay if don't nobody else think I'm pretty because I think I'm cute and that's all that matters, right? Quite literally, when I tell you nobody thought I was pretty, in fact, not even did nobody think I was pretty, everybody swore I was the ugliest person in the world. Quite literally, and I made a video about colorism years ago. I said I have to be thankful to the high heavens, the creator, whoever, whatever is out there, right? That he or she or it created me with a personality disorder. Because if it didn't, if I was not this full of myself, colorism would have destroyed me. Quite frankly, it would have destroyed me. I really cannot blame dark-skinned Black girls and Black women who grew up insecure or anything, because the things that we went through, and mind you, as y'all are looking at my pictures and seeing, I was gorgeous, right? As gorgeous as I was, people terrorized me simply because I was dark skinned. And y'all are always like, oh, Flower Tower, you got such good roasting skills, so and so and so. Nigga, because I was fighting for my life. Like, niggas were literally cooking me for being dark skinned, quite fucking literally. So, I mean, one thing about me, I never let a bitch play in my face, so I was on niggas' ass. But my point is though, this shit actually happened, and it happened very fucking recently. And the crazy thing is this, right? I taught in schools for a couple of years, and it's still fucking happening. Like I don't know, I guess maybe people make a shift as they walk into adulthood, and they kind of open their eyes and become less colorist. I don't know, because I promise you, the high school kids, I won't say they were just as colorist as when I was in high school, because it's definitely gotten a smidge better, but like, you would be surprised by like just how behind the times they are. This is why I say that all this colorism and this racism and shit is not fucking rooted in reality. Because right now in 2026, y'all are looking at pictures of me from 2014 and from like 2000 or 2001 and saying, wow, like Flower Tower, you were drop dead gorgeous, right? But back in 2000, 2001 and back in 2014, that was not what y'all were saying. That was not what y'all were saying, okay? So the fact that basically y'all knew that I was attractive, but you pretended I wasn't just because I was dark skinned, that's some crazy shit for real. I actually remember the shift happening. I'm not even joking, right? I was 17 going on 18 because I was at Blue Lake, and this white boy walked up to me and he was like, oh my God, I love your eyebrows. And I just sat there and stared at him for a second. And then we was just sitting there looking at each other. And then I was like, oh, thank you. I thought you were joking. My bad. You know, because normally when people would come up to me and say, oh, I like your hair. Oh, I like your eyebrows or something, that was a joke. That meant like, oh, your shit actually looks terrible, you know, but I'm trying to be funny in a passive aggressive way, right? So when this boy came up to me and complimented me, I was sitting there just looking at him because I was thinking like, should I cuss this bitch out? You know, and then I realized, no, he was actually serious, right? And that was the day that like I realized people were suddenly like considering me to be attractive and stuff. And I'm confused. And this is my thing. Don't get me wrong. I understand that for a good amount of my life, I was awkward. I was like when I was in middle school, and I don't mean awkward in personality, I mean like in the way that I dressed and stuff. Like when I was in middle school, I was basically a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, child. But my point is this, right? I was never ugly. I don't give a fuck how I was dressing. I was never ugly, right? And then this was not just a thing in real life. It was also a thing on the internet. Like, and y'all know good and granted, on the internet, I will be fair. Some of them people I'm thinking of, specifically, some of them was definitely Africans. I don't know, some of them was Caribbeans, but they was Africans and stuff on the internet being colorist. And that is true, right? Yes, colorism is a part of their communities as well. But like I said, I'm from Detroit, Bookie. It's all black Americans, Bookie. So you cannot blame the colorism that I experienced in real life on anybody but black Americans. Like, come on now. I'm glad y'all are waking up and realizing that y'all were motherfucking delusional. Because one thing anybody who motherfucking know me know is that I always liked myself, bitch. I always knew I was a bad motherfucking mamma jamma. You might not have known it, or you may have pretended you didn't, but that didn't have shit to do with me. I always knew that I was the greatest thing since sliced motherfucking bread. But now y'all bitches are finally waking up, I guess, and smelling the motherfucking roses and acting like you discovered some shit. Oh, dark-skinned women are beautiful. I been told you that, bitch. The fuck?